Hey, welcome to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. Hopefully we don't crash again and again, but no likely to happen. Don't know why I choose a shotgun this time. Not unexpected, but oh well. Now I don't really want to destroy this Brotherhood of Steel, but I'm gonna try and see if there's another way. Is this the... What am I doing? It's this. Yeah, it is. Okay, hopefully we can talk this out and not go shooty bang bang. That works too. Yeah. Yep, the armor gets replaced. That's a mod. Yeah, that's the armor right here. So.
Listen very closely and do as I say. Your life depends on it. Hand over everything you're carrying. Weapons, ammo, clothes, armor, everything. I want you stripped down to your underwear. I've told you what to do. Strip off your clothes and equipment or face summary execution. Will you comply? Take it all off and hand it to me. Then come inside and through the door at the rear of the chamber. Paladin Ramos is waiting for you.
Right. Shadugi.
There you are. A few of us wanted to thank you for being such a good friend to the Brotherhood. So we've...
Yeah, that's what happens when you cheat a little bit. That happens. Some weird stuff happens. Hey, buddy.
How the hell did you get in here? Normally I would have already shot you, but I'm under orders to bring you to the Elder. Will you come peacefully? Okay. I'll take you to him. Follow me. Closely. Or you'll be shot.
And this armor retexture makes the armor look more bulkier, which is actually nice for once. That's a lot of gun equipment. What's up? How's it going?
How did you find us, stranger? And do tell the truth. You took an extreme risk in coming here. My policy towards trespassers has not been lenient. The security of this bunker is my foremost concern, and I take pains to minimize our exposure topside. For this reason, I might be interested in contracting with an outsider who can accomplish certain tasks, some basic, some a bit more involved. An NCR ranger has begun to set up post in one of the other bunkers up top, for example. I want him driven off. Understood.
I think I already killed him.
Very well. I'll be interested to see how thoroughly and efficiently you carry out your mission. Paladin Ramos will escort you back to the bunker's entrance and set you loose. Notice that I said loose, not free. You are not free to carry the secret of this bunker's location beyond Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
Until I'm convinced that you're capable and dependable. To underscore this point, you'll be fitted with an explosive collar. Wander off and it will detonate. Focus on your mission, and you'll be fine.
Kinky much?
You'll find your equipment in the chest to your right. Don't bother coming back until you've dealt with the ranger.
Yeah, these Brotherhood are different from the other ones, who are a lot better. There's some way I could like, look at the character design. Like, this looks so weird. Anyways, you ever seen my custom? hopefully we're good. So let's see here. Okay, yeah, they are just the people over here. For some reason, sometimes when I'm running, it really just causes the game to crash. So don't wanna run for too long, or I'll, I guess. Okay, so okay, I see. I like how the reload is like you just insert a mag inside and not replace the other one.
Thought you'd sneak up on me, you filthy powder ganger? Ha! Got some stones on you, son. I like that. What can I do for you? Dobson's my name. I'm an NCR ranger operating out of Camp McCarran north of here. Reading man by birth, though.
So let's see here. What's his question? Okay, I have to deal with him. Doesn't mean I have to kill him.
Oh, it's you. Well, I thought I might set up a safe house in one of the bunkers here. Between the remote location and the dust storms, I figured it was ideal. Of course, it seems a lot less remote since you showed up. Plus, I haven't been able to get my radio working, and a safe house is no good without one. I reckon I'll stick around a while, patrol for troublemakers, see if I can get that radio working. Oh, and in your expert opinion, why would that be? Now, why would I do that? You see some powder gangers on the approach or something? A Brotherhood base? Here? Are you shitting me? No one's seen them for years. I don't suppose you've got a scrap of evidence to support this wild-eyed claim of yours. I'll be. Let me take a look at that. All this is a slave collar. Seen plenty of these infernal contraptions in my day, and I know just how to spring them. Hold still. There, it's off. Now, thing is, a slave collar seems a little too basic for the Brotherhood. That's not to say I don't believe you, just that maybe you got your facts mixed up a little. Let's head back to my camp and go over what you saw.
Okay, not what I want to do. Not like that. I do not want to be the enemy of the Brotherhood. But this side of the Brotherhood is like douchebags. Like what? The Brotherhood in DC are like a whole lot better. Probably because they have a better leader anyway, so. With that. Probably doing the opposite of what I'm supposed to, but you know, whatever. Still ideal area, I think. Huh. Wait. Oh. Whoops. Oh, god damn it. I have to go all the way back. Darn it. Okay, darn it. It's alright. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm good. What was that? I have no idea, but let's get on.
Thought you'd sneak up on me, you filthy powder ganger? Exactly what powder ganger scum would say. Any last words before I pull this trigger? Relax, son. Just pulling your leg. What can I do for you? Now, why would I do that? You're
Is this how you want to do it? You know what? Let's try the lying option instead.
Thought you'd sneak up on me? You've seen that with your own two eyes? God damn. I knew Cook's gang passed through these parts about that frequently, but I didn't know they holed up here. Be a rude awakening to find 15 of those merciless bastards looking down at me snoozing on my bedroll. Yep, I'd be...
Okay. There you go. That's a better way without having to kill anyone. Let's just keep going. Bango, here we are.
Stand back from the door. The Elder's eager to hear your report.
Well. This place looks so, Enclave X. Move.
How did you resolve the situation with the Ranger? Gone. Why did he leave? And what makes you think he won't be back? Yes, you exploited his fear of powder gangers very effectively. The collar includes a microphone, you see. Part of the test. He'll keep his distance, setting ambushes, never suspecting that these bunkers house something far more dangerous to him than criminals. Well played. Since you completed your assigned task, I will allow you to come and go from the bunker freely. So let's get that collar off you. There, that's better, I hope. Now that we have that bit of unpleasantness out of the way, there is a matter that I would like to discuss with you. Stop by the command room when you can. Oh, and bear in mind, if you end up betraying us, we will know it, and there will be no mercy.
I heard some special squad of Rangers on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR is finally getting serious about fighting the Legion.
Tell me a story.
I wish to discuss with you can wait for once I get settled in the command room, Outsider.
That counts as a door. My character needs sleep, that's for sure. I haven't had sleep in years. Now let's get to the wherever. Yeah, so it's there. Alright, alright.
When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of great use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here. Though no, we will be keeping an eye on you. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us? Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Wait. I forgot if this is still a thing. Yeah, it's still a thing. Wait, let's see here. Let's do 1 again. Okay, let's just do -1, -1, -1.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Okay. No! I don't want to be careful. I'm dangerous.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say? As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years, and those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by, and many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations, and all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is...
Oops.
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced. I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it? That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Okay. So let's see here. Look at the Brotherhood history. Help head. So I want to talk to Rando. Well, whoever he is. Actually, let's see what's in this other. Let's see which one I need. Bud, I got a bullet for you. I need that one.
Evening.
Okay, whatever. Thanks. That doesn't help at all. How are you supposed to read that? Oh wait, ew.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell? It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is. Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment. One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it.
Oh yeah, genius.
Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data. I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd. What? No, that's brilliant. It would let us seal a portion of the virus to a particular terminal, even when the other parts move. Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
Evening.
No. We have like millions of this stuff here.
Evening.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminals it went to.
How am I supposed to know? Am I supposed to tell you?
I'll track the virus from over here. You just concentrate on locating the terminal.
They all look glitched out. What do you mean?
How may I assist you?
There you go.
I'll track the virus from over here. You just concentrate on locating.
So now I know what I'm trying to look for. It just has to look weird. Look weird and rude. What?
That's it. We got it. The virus has been purged.
Clock is ticking.
You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right? I can understand how the man might be frustrated by the current situation. He's a take-charge sort of fellow. Standing around's not his strong suit. I myself often wish we could end this interminable stasis and begin moving forward again. Well, you'd have to get a senior-level member of the chapter to unlock a topic for you. I've given you access to what I can, but that's not much. The majority of topics fall under Ramos's aegis, since they'd constitute a security risk. Good luck getting anything out of him. You might have better luck with another member of the senior staff. Try talking to them about it.
Okay, other seniors. The old oldies. Yeah. This bunker information. Still bunker information. Okay. Axe different of the oldies. You serious? They still use this?
Hey. Yes, what is it?
Okay, thanks, so. Thanks, who can I ask for help? Oh yeah, great. A whole place of people in which taking any of this stuff would be stealing. Nope, none of these guys are old enough. Move. I might as well go over here and talk to Reno, whoever the guy is called. This is over here, I think. Okay, might as well talk to people who are in armor.
Bop.
Who has a name? Good. Okay, weirdo. So that's inaccessible. Let's see here. Hey bud, how's it going?
Your presence here, let's just say it's highly irregular. Outsiders aren't even allowed to know that our bunker's here, let alone come and go freely. You impressed Elder McNamara, obviously. He must believe that you'd be very useful. So, you've been talking to Harden, eh? He's been looking for a way to usurp McNamara ever since the lockdown started. Don't get me wrong, he's a good man. But Elder McNamara has done all right by us. If it weren't for him, none of us would have survived at Helios. I'll tell you what I told Hardin. There have been only a few cases of elders being dismissed from their posts in the Brotherhood's history. And those involve crimes that someone like Elder McNamara is just not capable of. You can look it up for yourself if you want. I'll grant you access to that portion of the history section of our data store. See Senior Scribe Ibsen about accessing it. I'm sure someone's told you all this before. Several years back, we were running our chapter out the Helios 1 solar power station. Our elder at the time, Elijah, had some kind of obsession with the place, which is the only reason we stayed as long as we did. That place was hardly defensible, and we knew the NCR was moving in on us, but the elder refused to budge, insisting that he just needed more time. We never found out what he needed time for. Wave upon wave of NCR troopers hit us from all directions. We held out for a time, but we were grossly outnumbered, and they had more men than we had ammo. Eventually, our positions collapsed. Elder Elijah was nowhere to be found, so McNamara took charge and led what remained of us on a counteroffensive west. We lost a lot of men and women, but we broke through and made it here. Make no mistake, McNamara saved this chapter that day. Bye.
Okay, so I have access to the Billy Billy.
Later.
That's not how the voice is supposed to go when you're talking through those. Unless they have a speaker. I don't know. Okay, so now we have access to that chapter or whatever portion of history. I mean, no. Not this part. There we go. Alright, here we go. I'm stuck between these muscles. There you go. Now let's see about
Evening.
Just talk about Rome. Talk to Romulus again.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with? That's an old principle that's been around since the Brotherhood was founded. It basically means that you have to obey a superior officer. It's pretty much common sense, but it gets invoked a lot when people get pissy about following orders. If you're curious, I'll give you access to the data store entry on it. You'd probably be the first to read it in years, if not decades.
Okay. Might as well keep reading. Let's see about this. see now. Are you not the person I think you are? Okay, yeah, you're not. Okay, somewhere in here, but not here. Please. Move. Thank you. So let's see here. How do I get here? Oh wait, that was another room, huh? Right. Let me through. Please, thank you. Yeah, I should actually be... Where's doors? Right there. Okay, I should have seen that. Not bad.
What is it, outsider? Have you discovered anything? I could hardly call myself head paladin if I didn't. It's one of the first things every initiate learns when they start training. What about it? I could be wrong, but I think that's a dead end. McNamara's always followed orders, and we've been incommunicado since fleeing Helios. Second part, what are you talking about? That is the standard procedure, yes. For example, McNamara gives orders to head scribe Taggart, who then relays further orders to the scribes. I wasn't aware that failing to do so was punishable, however. Interesting. If we can just find an instance where McNamara went around someone and gave orders to their subordinates, we'll have him. Yes, I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for some time. He took it very personally when they first went missing. That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able to deal with the potential loss of his men. It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on standard patrols, which don't need them. Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. If you should find any on the lost patrols, let me know. After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to recon the area. We need to know what's going on out there. Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either. It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of leadership. We're safe, yes, but at what cost? Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable, seeing as how he was a scribe. Typically, only paladins are eligible. But an exception was made in his case on account of him being a genius. Unfortunately, whatever scientific acumen he had didn't extend to tactics. Trying to defend Helios was a blunder of the worst kind, and many brothers lost their lives because of it. Many of the senior paladins, myself included, advised him to fight a retreating action, but he refused to budge. Said he almost had it working. We never did find out exactly what he was talking about. When the perimeter was finally overrun, the Elder had simply vanished. It's a travesty is what it is. Every second we sit on our hands down here is another second that we're not fulfilling our sworn duty. Helios was the worst goddamn action I've seen in a long, long career of fighting.
Okay. do want to... So what else do we got? Return to Harden with the lost patrol disc. Oh, okay. Head to... find a way to... Well, that's a thing.
Found the missing patrols, or... That is this base's defensive system. It serves as camouflage and masks all entry and exit from the bunker. We use it to hide our patrols and supply runners, though we still send such out at night to be extra safe. It's a protective measure that was enacted after our defeat at Helios. The NCR was hot on our heels, and we wouldn't have survived another encounter. It was decided that we would stay quiet for a time, heal the wounded, and try to come up with a new strategy. However, after we had fully recuperated, our first scouting measures showed that the NCR's presence in this region had only increased in our absence. There are now more than 5 times the number of NCR troops in the area as when we fought them, and we have half the number we did at Helios. And so the lockdown has been extended. To go outside would be the death of us all. We have some personnel that are allowed to travel on the surface. They trade for what we need and occasionally drop off what they acquire. We make sure that they only enter or leave the bunker while the sandstorm is active, to avoid detection. All...
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it here for now, so I'm just gonna override that save. Anyways, I'll see you next time, so good day and goodbye.